Woj, what does the agreement that you've reported between the NBA and the Players Association mean for the players right now?
Sage, it means that beginning with the players' paychecks on May 15th, the league can withhold 25% of their salary, and that will run right through the end of the year. And essentially, it's an escrow account. In the event that the league has to cancel regular season games, they're going to take back essentially 1% of a player's salary per game. Now, if the NBA ends up playing these games, if they resume the season, they play them all, the players get the money back. If they only play some of the games, the players only get some of the money back. But it's called the force majeure, and it protects the league in the event of a natural disaster, including a pandemic, epidemic. And this allows the league ultimately to not have to be chasing players around for the money later. And it allows the players to be able to kind of budget for the fact that they may have to give this money back and not have to do it all at once.
Okay, so that actually makes a lot of sense. It all depends on the number of games, if any, that are able to be played. That said, what's the timeline, Woj, for the announcement potentially about any games that we hope can be played?
Sage, I'm told that the union told the players today that they would expect to know if games are canceled and how many games are canceled by June 15th. And certainly I think that's a date that makes a lot of sense. It would be hard to be that deep into the springtime and have not played games and think that you could make up the full complement of them. I think the league may know even sooner than June 15th, but that was a date that the league or that the Players Association targeted with their players today.
Amazing, because June 15th is right about when Game 5 or 6 of the NBA Finals would have been played. So we shall see as everybody keeps fingers crossed. Woj, thank you for the latest. Woj also reporting that the union has informed players it could be on or around June 15th before the players will know if games are canceled. It's a lot of news. What's your reaction?
Well, I'm not surprised. First of all, it's very, very predictable. I mean, I know owners that have told me they've lost, in tens of millions of dollars, they've already lost. They anticipate obviously losing considerably more. You have some owners in a particular situation where the specter of playing without fans in attendance is going to cost them an additional boatload of money. And who knows whether or not that would provoke relocation on their parts and things of that nature. So when you have all of that going on, it's very, very predictable that if they're feeling a pinch, they're going to make sure the players feel some kind of pinch as well. It also shows and incentivizes everybody collectively to come together and try to find some kind of resolution where you can have games, not just a playoff, but obviously a season next year, even one that could potentially begin in December. They're not trying to go without having games. I've spoken to agents, I've spoken to coaches, I've spoken to players, I've spoken to owners, and all of them say they will exhaust every measure to make sure that there's some kind of season left, whether that be just playoffs or whether it's 5 to 10 games of a regular season before the playoffs begin. They're going to exhaust every option because it does come down to economics. Yes, we understand health comes first.
Yes.
We're not dismissing that. Of course, the well-being of every human being is paramount. But after that, it's economics because, Sage, if people are at home and they're not working and their quality of life is dissipating and you're waiting and planning on waiting for the government to come and give you money, that ain't going to happen. Ultimately, there has to be an economy. All the big businesses know that. The leagues know it. It ain't the popular thing to say, but damn it, I ain't here to be popular. I'm here to give it to you like it is. That's just the way it is, and people are going to have to accept that. They're going to try to get back to work. They're going to exhaust every measure to do so. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.